That is awesome. That's fire. Hey, yo, that's fire, bruh. The next one, I am serious. I am serious. No cap. No cap. What are you doing? What you on? What you on? Are you coming with us? In hood, they would say, hey, you rolling? You rolling with us? That's the truth. Real talk. Real talk. Gang. Welcome back to another video of English with Collins. And in today's video, we're actually going to be translating standard English phrases into hood English. And I'm actually going to be showing you guys how you can be able to take regular statements, regular phrases, and you can actually translate them into hood. So if you wanted to switch between the two, you will have the opportunity to do so. Let's say if you're having a conversation with a local, you will be able to know how to communicate with them, depending on who they are, whether they speak standard or whether they speak hood. You will be able to effectively communicate with anybody else accordingly. And before I begin, go ahead and click the link below and go ahead and grab yourself a copy of this flashcard game that I've designed that will help you understand American slang a little bit better. Now, of course, this is definitely volume 1. Volume 2 is definitely going to come, which is going to contain more words, and it would be 10 times better than volume 1. I have broken this video down into 4 different sections. The very first section, we're going to be covering greetings. The second section, we're going to be covering everyday questions. Everyday questions. We're going to translate from standard to hood. The third section, we're going to be covering affirmations. Affirmations. And the fourth section, we're going to be covering expressions of emotions. Expressions of emotions. And so that's what we're going to be doing today in this specific video. So let's dive in. Now, for the first section, we're going to be covering greetings. Greetings. Let's start off with our first greeting statement. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? In hood, you would say, hey, yo, what's good? What's good? Hey, how are you? Becomes, hey, yo, what's good? Now, I want you to go ahead and practice that. Excellent. So, hey, how are you becomes, hey, yo, what's good? The second one would be, what's up, man? What's up, man? In hood, you would say, what's poppin', man? What's poppin'? Or, what's crackin'? What's crackin'? Hey, bro, what's crackin'? What's crackin'? Practice that. Excellent. Let's move on. The next one will be, hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. In hood, they would say, hey, yo, what's up with you, bruh? Hey, what's up with you? What's up with you? You see? Now, in this video, I'm actually not breaking down exactly the meaning of every single statement because that would take us forever. But I'm actually just showing you everyday expressions. I will make another video where I will break down the meaning of these expressions in detail. The next one would be, good morning. Good morning. In hood, they would not say good morning. They would probably say, morning, fam. Hey, yo. Morning. Morning, fam. Practice that. Awesome. Let's move on. How have you been? How have you been? Hey, where you been at? Hey, yo, where you been at? Where you been at? Hey, yo, where you been at? Where you been at? Where have you been at? So instead of where have you been at, where you been at? Hey, where you been at? You see? So instead, so your tone brings out a different kind of meaning. Where you been at? Hey, where you been at? Meaning, how have you been? How have you been? Practice that. The next one would be long time no see. long time no see. Now to say that in hood, they would say, it's been a minute, bruh. Where you been? It's been a minute. Where you been? It's been a brick. Where you been at? I ain't seen you in a long time. Where you been at? It's been a brick. It's been a minute. Practice that. Now those are the typical greetings that are used in both standard American English and at the exact same time in Hood English. Now I want you to go ahead and pause before we jump to the next section. Go back and rewatch the first section again. All right? The goal is for you to practice this as many times as possible until you become very fluent in your speech patterns. All right, the goal is the way you speak is very, very important. When you articulate your words properly and you enunciate your words in a clear way, that is how you know you're actually doing better. If you really want to sound like an American, then I suggest going back and replaying it, watching the video again and practicing it before you move on to the next part, because I don't want this to be too overwhelming for you. Now, the thing that I want you to understand is that Hood English tends to be more casual and relaxed, all right? So especially when people are speaking Hood, it's not forced. As in standard English itself has multiple words in one sentence. But in Hood, everything is really, really cut short and it's simplified. So instead of good morning, they would say morning, morning, and they would just nod their heads. All right, so it'd be like, for example, that's another way of saying good morning, especially amongst men and especially amongst black men. So every time another black man will see another black man, instead of just saying, good morning, brother, how are you doing, man? Today's a wonderful day. I'm so happy to see you. That's too much words. Instead of communicating so much and saying too much, the moment another man sees another man, all they do is they nod their heads to be like, what's up? Or they go like this from a distance. That's a form of greeting. That's the reason why in Hood, words are really cut short, if that makes sense. There's not a lot of words that are used in most sentences. It's really cut short. It's a casual way of speaking. Now, I definitely want you to try this exercise. I want you to pause this video and I want you to go ahead and actually look at your neighbor or your friend or your auntie or your uncle, your mom, and just go up to them and try some of these Hood phrases. I want you to go up to them and be like, hey, what's poppin'? What's good? What's up? What's cracking? Where you been at? I want you to go ahead and try that with them. All right, and let's see their response. All right, this is the best way to actually start practicing your Hood English, if that makes sense. Now for section 2, we're going to focus on everyday questions. Now these are your typical questions that people ask on a day-to-day basis. And so let's go ahead and let's jump right in. The first question is, where are you going? Where are you going? In Hood, they would say, where you finna go? Where you finna go? So where are you going becomes where you finna go. I've explained exactly the meaning of the word finna in several of my videos, so you should know by now. Where are you going becomes where you finna go. I want you to go ahead and practice that. Where you finna go. Where you finna go. Excellent. Let's move on. What are you doing? What are you doing? What you on? What you on? So for example, if somebody looks at another person and instead of asking him, what are you doing, man? That's standard English. In Hood, they would say, hey, what you on? What you on? You see? I want you to go ahead and practice that. What you on? What you on? What you on? Nice. Let's move on. Are you coming with us? Are you coming with us? In Hood, they would say, hey, you rolling? You rolling with us? Is you coming? You rolling? You see? Are you coming with us becomes you rolling? Or is you coming? Is you coming? Excellent. All right, let's move on. Do you need help? Do you need help? Do you need help becomes, hey, you good? You good? You good is pronounced in a question form. So instead of you good, like you good, you're actually asking someone in a question form. Your tone and your voice has to come out in a question form. You good? Hey, yo, is you good? You see? That's exactly how you do it. Practice that. Let's move on. What's going on here? What's going on here? Hey, what's the move? What's the move? What's the move? What's going on becomes what's the move? What's the move? Excellent. Now, I want you to go ahead and practice these questions, all right? Practice the way you pronounce these questions. Learn, go back, rewatch the video, slow it down, pause, do whatever you can so that you can actually practice how it's pronounced properly. Remember, the key takeaway from this specific video is for you to understand the different ways of actually saying the same thing in standard English and in hood English, so that when you're hearing your fellow American either speaking in one of them, you will be able to understand them clearly. You can be able to relate with them, if that makes sense. Now for this part, we're going to deal with affirmations. This is section 3. Affirmations. So these are your typical response or your affirmations to certain kinds of questions or certain kinds of statements that other people make. Let's jump right in. The first affirmation would be, that's really cool. That's really cool. Okay, now in hood, they would not say that's really cool. They would say, that's lit. That's lit. I've already explained the meaning of lit already. So if you check out my previous video, you should know. That's lit. That's lit. So that's really cool becomes that's lit. Excellent. Practice that. Now the next part would be, I agree with you. I agree with you. That becomes facts. That's facts, bruh. Facts. So I agree with you becomes facts. It's simplified. I told you, hood is all about simplification. They simplify a bunch of statements, words, and all kinds of things together. So instead of actually pronouncing, I agree with you, they have simplified it to just facts, bruh. It has facts. I agree with you becomes facts. Let's move on. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's fire. Hey, yo, that's fire, bruh. That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. So that's awesome becomes that's fire. Hey, that's fire. That's fire. The next one, I am serious. I am serious. No cap. No cap. Now, of course, you know the meaning of cap. But no cap can actually mean several things. No cap can mean no lying, or I'm not lying. Or it could mean I'm very serious. No cap, bruh. No cap. It depends on your tone. Hood is all about tone and the choice of words you use in that moment. So, like I explained before, that what's good can mean, hey, what's good? How you doing? Or it could mean, you trying to fight? You trying to see what's up? Two different meanings. Tone is very important. Tone is very important, okay? So, I'm serious becomes no cap. Excellent. Let's move on. That's the truth. That's the truth. Real talk. Real talk. That's the truth becomes real talk. Because real talk means to be absolutely honest or to speak some kind of truth. Real talk. Real talk. That's the truth. Real talk. I want you to go ahead and practice these as many times as you can. Pause, go back, rewind, rewatch. Practice them as many times as you can. All right? Excellent. Now for the last part, we're going to deal with expressions of emotion. Expressions of emotion. Let's dive in. I'm really tired. I'm really tired. I mean, I'm dead tired. I'm dead tired. I'm dead tired. I'm dead tired becomes I'm really tired. I am really tired, or I'm really tired. Practice that. Now for this one, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm starving, bruh. I'm starving. So instead of starving, it becomes starvin'. I'm starving. Starving, bruh. Meaning I'm hungry. Practice that. I am very busy. I am very busy. I'm grinding right now. I'm grinding right now, bruh. I'm on a grind. I'm grinding right now. Meaning I am very busy. Or I am working hard. Or I am doing something. Excellent. I do have a special request. I have another YouTube channel. If you're definitely interested in learning visual effects, you can definitely subscribe to my other YouTube channel, Collins Productions, where I post videos related to visual effects. If you're definitely interested in learning more about Adobe After Effects and enhancing your skills in video editing, this is the channel you need to follow. The link is down below. Go ahead and subscribe, and I really appreciate you guys so much. I'm gonna stop it right here, and I wanna say thank you so much for making it this far. Definitely go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with someone. We're almost to 50K, and very soon we'll be hitting 100K subscribers, and I want to say thank you. These videos are possible because of you, and I will continue to make more. I just got to create more time to be able to put more videos out there for you guys, and I want to say thank you, and stay tuned for the next video. Stay blessed.